say something that might sound uncomfortable at first. I don't fear death. Remember to take what resonates, leave the rest, and as always, use your own discernment. And trigger warning, because we're discussing death. It doesn't mean I don't value life. It doesn't mean I'm reckless or detached. And it definitely doesn't mean I don't love deeply. It means I understand something most people are never taught. Death is not the opposite of life. It's the opposite of birth. Life doesn't end, it changes form. Now, from the moment we're born, basically, we're taught to fear death, right? To avoid it, to whisper about it, to treat it like some sort of punishment or failure or ending, right? But fear doesn't come from truth. We know this, right? Fear comes from misunderstanding or from the unknown, okay? We fear what we don't understand, and we fear what we've been lied to about. If death were truly the end, if consciousness simply shut off like a light, then there would be nothing to fear, right? You wouldn't experience loss, you wouldn't experience pain, you wouldn't experience anything. So why the fear, right? Because on some level, we know death isn't nothing. We know it's a transition, right? And transitions scare people who are clinging to control. And the part that no one says out loud, most people aren't even afraid of dying, really. They're afraid of not having lived truthfully or fully. They're afraid of regret, of unfinished conversations, of suppressed truth, of unlived purpose, right? That's why near-death experiences are so consistent across cultures. People don't come back saying it was dark, it was empty, it was terrifying. They come back saying it was peaceful, it was familiar, it felt like home, and many, there was light, right? That should tell you something. Death strips away the body, the roles, the labels, but it doesn't strip away you. You are not your body. You're not your job. You're not your trauma. You're not your past. You're not your mistakes. You are consciousness having a human experience. And consciousness doesn't die. When you truly understand that, something shifts. You stop living in fear. You stop tolerating things that slowly kill your spirit. You stop delaying your truth. You don't become careless, you just become more intentional. You live more fully. You love more honestly. You speak more clearly. You forgive faster. You waste less time. Because when death is no longer the threat, inauthentic living becomes unbearable. And the truth is, the goal isn't to rush death, right? The goal is to stop fearing it so you can finally live. Because the people who fear death the least are usually the ones who have made peace with themselves. They've faced their shadow. They've told the truth. They've felt the grief. They've loved without guarantees. And when the time comes, whenever that is, they don't leave in terror. They leave in completion. They leave at peace. If this resonates, sit with it. You don't have to agree. Just listen to what your body feels when you hear it. Because truth doesn't scream, it settles. And fear fades when understanding arrives. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helps.